Come on, Jen.
Go ahead. You don't need me to talk.
I was joking here before our audio got turned on with some of the media here that even they have to admit that that's a thing of beauty. And it is, because how many times were we on the wrong end of that for 33, 34 years or however many years? There's been many times when we've played some good football and came up on the wrong end. And, we've done that here. And so it was really nice to be on the other end, to just hang in there. But I have to give so much credit, number one, to our football team and the way they hung in there in difficult times. Obviously offensively with turnovers really put us behind the 8 ball as far as plays, opportunities, chances for Tennessee, kept us on the field. They were having success in the first half running the ball, and the defense just kept on hanging in there. And so proud of our team to put it together. That's what we said on the last drive, just one drive, just put it together, run our offense, and put a drive together, and they did that. And I have to credit Tennessee. There's no doubt in my mind I knew what they would do. That's a prideful program with very good football players that have a lot of pride, and they came in here and played exceptionally hard and played a very good game and outplayed us in many ways, many times. And I knew Butch would have them ready, and they played super hard for him, and give them credit. But I'm very proud of our players, our coaches, and that's a team victory right there. Every phase had to step up in certain moments, and they did that tonight.
Talk about your gutsy quarterback.
Amazing, really. Just Stephen, there's not many players that probably would have came back and even played in that situation. He's absolutely tough as nails, and we have so much respect and pride for him, and our team does. And he led us tonight and led us on that drive. And not like I said, I don't think many players would have played in that situation.
Mark, after you put together that drive and you took that lead, where was your mind when that last ball was in the air?
Well, I was pissed off that we were in that situation. On the 4th down, we should have been off the field. We got to have, we got to back up a little bit more, and Jordan just kind of floated on that drop, so we got to have, again, a better sense in that situation. And on the long one, I mean, it was hard for me to see. I saw the ball going up, heck of a throw, but obviously when I saw the end result, I was very, very pleased with that.
Mark, when Stephen came out of the game, the very first play, he took off running it. Was that a design, or did he kind of improvise?
That was a read. It was a read. So he pulled it. I think they felt like there was no way he would pull that ball right there, and they squeezed very hard on the edge. And that's a read play. He could either give it to the running back or pull it, and he made a good read.
Mark, do you think you kind of rediscovered that offensive identity that was so successful with the ground game tonight and the way that Ben?
I did, because, look, we only ended up having 52 plays again, but we rushed for 289. That's hard to believe. With putting it on, 4 possessions, we take away by putting the ball on the ground. And, I don't exactly know what the drive chart looks like yet in the second half, but obviously the defense getting some stops, keeping us in there was huge. And, but yeah, I think it was real important to get that identity. You've heard me talk about it. And I think our players, really had a strong mindset that we were going to be efficient at running and throwing. And really, throwing, we were off tonight for a while. And we did it by any means necessary. Sometimes it's going to be offense, defense, or special teams. Sometimes it's going to be running it or throwing it. But I think it's critically important for us to be able to run the ball. And I think you saw them. They were more efficient tonight because of their run success as well.
Mark, when that last drive, you go ahead and drive, it was 2 3 and outs. You guys threw it 5 times, or passed it 5 times, ran it once. Did you say anything? Did you have any say about stick it in Benny's gut on that last drive?
No, I didn't say a word. I didn't want to get in the way and handcuff him in any way, or get him thinking about that. barely was on the offensive set tonight, other than listening. And I had a lot of confidence in them. And in between, when we were struggling, I did say, you know, in between series, we talked about, you know, maybe we need to just get in 10 and open it up and throw it around, you know, or run and throw out of it. And I think we did try on that series, and it didn't work. But on the last drive, I just simply said, let's just be us. Put a drive together. We had some really good drives in the first half, keeping them off balance and mixing in the run and the pass, and we had some big runs that kind of got it moving. It started that drive.
How big was it just to hold them to field goals after
Yeah.
those fumbles?
It was real big. You know, it was big by our defense to step up, and we got some huge stops, and you know, they missed one, which was big. But it really was a gutsy performance because at one point, you know, they had so many plays in the first half. I think they ended up at almost 80 anyway. But I think they had 40 at half, and I could tell, you know, we were on there a lot. Like I talked about, opportunities, drives, and they were moving it. But we settled in and started tackling, and were more efficient in the second half defensively.
Mark,
Mark,
you've
what
had
does
some
it say
times
about
where.
your, what does it say about your kids? I mean, you guys lose the turnover battle 4-0.
4-0.
They still come up with a win. Have you ever been a part of a team that lost it in that kind of a way and still won?
I don't think so. I don't know how many teams win in the SEC. You know, down 4. You know, not very often. So,
Nope.
you know,
Mark, you talk so much about making plays, competitive plays and all this. Talk about Taven Richardson.
Taven, yeah.
Those 2 plays he made, the one down 5 yards and the one going down.
Yeah, just I'll be honest with you. When I saw it live, I didn't know if he was in, and when I saw the replay, I mean, unbelievable catch, and it was obviously huge in that moment. That would have been 3rd and 10 if I'm not mistaken. If he doesn't convert that, so it was a big catch, and you know we were a bit off there for a while in the second half. Obviously, a few drops popped up today that we hadn't had, but we made competitive plays, and I'm proud of them when it counted.
Mark, what did you think of 150 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties?
It never, you know, I haven't seen anything like that either. We got, you know, that's, we try to tell them. I mean, it's about playing the game, you know, between the white lines, and I think the officials did a good job because once it started early, they were putting their thumb on it. So that's why it was called so close, and I can't argue with that. You know, it's a big rivalry game, and you know, it got real chippy in the Florida game like that as well, and they had to put their thumb on it. So I think they did a good job of. And our players, I got to coach that better. We got to be better and handle our emotions better. You know, we talked about it the last time we were in this environment with Florida or other big games, and just finding a way to win at the end, and I'm proud of that. But we definitely got to get some of those penalties.
Normally when your defense is on the field a lot, it's hard to make the impact plays, but they had 7 sacks, 10 or 12 tackles for a loss. What do you credit that to, and how much did that impact the game?
It did impact the game quite a bit. And early, you could tell, you know, with some of their run game and some of what they went back to, and I figured they would because they had good success with it a year ago as well, and some of the things on the perimeter and getting us in space and making some of our big guys, you know, the gaps were very big, and they were getting on the edges and doing some things that was hurting us. And Coach House did a really nice job making some adjustments, getting some things fixed at half, and you know, we started playing cleaner and a little more aggressive in certain cases, and mixing it up on them. And you know, I think the guys played harder and fed off the big plays as well.
Mark, you've had some seasons where you're going down to the wire looking for that 6th win. Is there an element of maybe taking pressure off the guys when you got 4 to go and you're already there, you're at the bowl?
You know, I heard a couple players as we were just celebrating, talking in there, talking about, hey, we're going bowling, and we didn't really even address it because we feel like, you know, hopefully we've moved beyond that. And we don't take anything for granted, but we know we need to win 6+. And you know, I don't know, to be honest with you. I think last year when we got the 6th win and then went and played on the road in the last game, I think it freed us up a bit. So I hope we want more than that. You know, we want to take them all one game at a time, but I hope our mindset stays that we want to go get the next one. And then we'll worry about the one after that, after this week.
Mark, just the fact that now your program has a foundation of 2 bowl games in a row after where you started, just of the program overall, what that means to you and the kids.
Yeah, it means an awful lot, and let's not kid ourselves. You know, we know just take a look around, look at our league and, look at the pressure that, coaches are under in teams and players feel that and it means a lot. Our players have, we haven't been perfect in any way, coaching or playing, but they haven't flinched and they stay united, and it's a very good group. And we've got a long way to go. We made a lot of mistakes and all that, but they're a fun group to coach, and I think it does a lot. Especially this weekend when Coach Brooks back, and all the bowl teams and the bowl victors, and and Coach told me, he's like, get this one. He wasn't, he said I wouldn't be able to get the Tennessee, and it was important to him for us to get that and to win in front of all the ex-players that are here and build our tradition more. And it's important to me and these players. We were very prideful when they came back, and Coach Brooks talked to the team, and Randall Cobb came and talked to the team, and seeing Wesley here, and I saw Avery earlier today, and just all the players that are back. It means a lot, and we want to keep on winning, and we do it for them as much as the fans and everybody else in the program.
Mark,
Mark, after your press conference on the field, you headed back the other way going toward.
I was just looking for one of the guys on their staff that I had worked with. He was waiting for me, but they had to get in, so I just wanted to say hello to him.
Mark, Jordan had 13 tackles, but there was a period during the first half when he had his helmet off and got away from the defense. So he just in there resting and meditating.
Oh, no, they were checking him out.
Or, some kind of injury.
Well, I mean, they were checking him out, so I mean, they were. So I really get so caught up in the coaching the game. When he's out, they're out. When they're in, they're in. You can tell there's a bunch of guys shuffled in and out of there today and getting banged up. But he came back, and I just saw him show up back out there, and I liked it when I saw him. So,
Mark, you mentioned Coach Brooks never was able to beat Tennessee. There have been a lot of good Kentucky coaches who haven't done it. What does this mean to you personally?
it means a lot to me personally because I care about our fan base and what they're feeling and some of their frustration over years, and so it is important to me. I've never denied that, and I care and I want to win, and I want people to be proud of what we're doing, the product that's on the field, and there's been a lot of frustration, a lot of years there that we weren't able to get those guys. So it's important to us.
Mark, did you feel a performance like this was coming from Benny at some point this year?
I did. I felt like it's a group effort, and I went in we went in and had a good meeting, and I went in individually into the offensive line meeting room and told them we need to put it all together, along with the backs and the thing is we have to have an identity to do that, and it starts with the offensive line. And most of the time, the pulse of your football team a lot of times comes from the offensive line and their mentality and the way they play, and and they stepped up.
Mark, the play that sticks out the most to me in this ballgame was the touchdown Stephen Johnson had at the very end of the ballgame. It's probably the gutsiest play I've ever seen a Kentucky quarterback ever have, and he might go down in history as the gutsiest quarterback in UK history. Did you say anything to him after that play or in the locker room after the game about that?
We were just busy, with the group, but you just gave him a hug and how you admire his effort. You really do. I think we all do. Like I said, I don't know how many people would have played through that, let alone go in and do what he did, pulling the ball and running it and diving and doing whatever he has to do. I can't say enough about him and his determination and what he does for us.
Could that injury have any lingering effect? I mean, you keep saying
It could. It's an injury that's painful. That players, luckily, it's on his non-throwing shoulder. So, but it's not anything that he shouldn't be out there for this week.
All right, everybody good?
It is painful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.